A quick little catch up on some Dandadan. I only seen episode 1, so we left off right after the gang fell into this pit, encountered this earthworm, and then all of a sudden, it starts making this sound that whoever hears it will immediately want to end themselves. And why doesn't it affect Gigi? We don't know yet, but he grabs them, skedaddles outside when they run into—
Holy fish paste!
Goodness. It takes real skill to make someone this ugly. Main reason why I always respect One Piece, they got that chop formula down packed. If you're ever losing an argument, all you gotta say is that they look like a One Piece character and I promise you'll win. But all this guy came here to do is to have a staring contest with the worm, so Okunu handles it for like 3 seconds. Of course it can grow his head back. And that's when Turbo Granny tells us that the lanky man has the same powers as the worm. If you look into his eyes, it'll make you want to end yourself, and not gonna lie. Why is bro's fade kinda clean? He went to the barber before this, had to get lined up before committing acts of violence, but he does end up forcing Gigi to look into his eyes, where we then see a kid trapped in a barn watching these other kids doing something. What are they doing? What game is this? Niggas just hopping around making noise. This entire field is available to y'all, and y'all choose to do this nonsense right here in front of my cage. And to make things even worse, this little kid was actually the sacrifice. This was some of the most evil shit I've seen. Y'all grabbed a kid for the sacrifice, locked him in a barn, had him watching these kids trash game, and they couldn't even give him a final meal or a meal in general. Little dude looked starved and went out painfully. I miss Lisa. But he then comes back as some sort of spirit and found out the hard way what his powers are. Went from house to house repeating the same thing. All he wanted was to have a friend, but it was impossible if the parents ended themselves every time they saw him. Worst part is, he saw another kid about to go through the same thing he did, becoming the sacrifice, but no matter how much he tried, there was nothing he could do. And right there is when his hatred for the Kido family began. Fused with the boy and now is trying to do the same with Gigi, I think. This part I don't really know because wasn't little dude set on fire? How was his body in the barn still? I don't know. Anyway.